Most homeowners think an insurance claim is about damage and payout, but in reality, everything comes down to one thing: estimating. And depending on who writes that estimate, an independent adjuster, a public adjuster, or a contractor, the outcome can look very different.
So it's not really about the water or the fire or the roof, it's about who writes the numbers?
Exactly. And once you understand why, the whole claims process starts to make a lot more sense. Let's start with the independent adjuster, or IA.
That's me. Well, sometimes.
The IA doesn't work directly for the carrier, but they're hired to inspect the property and help settle the claim.
And here's something most homeowners don't know. Almost every IA uses a vendor contractor, someone in their network, to help write the repair estimate.
Okay, so the IA is doing the inspection, but the contractor in their circle is writing the estimate?
Right, and contractors vary. Some are excellent, and some are still learning.
And because estimating takes real trade knowledge, the results can be inconsistent. Some miss scope, some overbuild, some underbuild. And the numbers can be higher or lower depending on experience.
I try my best. But hey, sometimes it's a big job.
Then you have public adjusters.
If I hire a PA, don't they write their own estimate?
Often they rely on a contractor or estimator they trust, and their goal is usually to build a complete scope up front, sometimes a larger number because they want to make sure nothing is missed.
And larger isn't always wrong, but large without strong justification can slow everything down.
Oh yeah, if something doesn't match photos or process, it goes into review land forever.
That sounds painful.
It can be, and that's why justified scope matters more than a big number. Here's the part homeowners experience every day. The IA's vendor writes one estimate, your contractor writes another, or your public adjuster's contractor writes a third.
So you end up with 3 different numbers for the same loss?
Exactly. And when that happens, the process turns into negotiation instead of accuracy. That slows everything down.
We go back and forth a lot.
What matters most isn't the size of the estimate, it's the justification behind it.
A strong estimate is built on facts, code requirements, construction steps, proper sequencing, material details, and documented damage.
So it's not about the highest number?
No, it's about the most accurate number. Accurate estimates get approved faster, stick longer, and avoid delays.
Yeah, no one argues with clean, clear, justified scope.
And this is why ClaimHelpMe.com provides real professional estimates.
So not inflated and not undercut?
Just justified. That's the strength of the platform. It takes experience from every facet of the trades and brings it into one place.
And even if you hire a public adjuster, even if you trust your contractor, you still end up with 2 different estimates.
So how do I know which one is right?
You take the IA's estimate. You take your contractor or PA's estimate, and then you compare them to a vetted ClaimHelpMe.com estimate.
I can actually do that.
Yes, and if you don't want to compare them line by line, you can even drop them into AI. It will highlight what's missing, what's padded, and what's justified.
That's like having a little construction wizard in your pocket.
Exactly. It gives you clarity, not guesswork.
Most homeowners don't lose money because they were denied. They lose money because they don't know whether the estimate is complete.
And once coverage is approved, everything comes down to the scope. What's included, what's missing, and whether the work is justified.
So really, the estimate is the whole game.
Almost every time. You don't have to know all the industry politics. You don't have to understand who refers who. You don't have to be an expert in construction.
You just need to know whether the estimate is accurate.
And ClaimHelpMe.com helps me do that?
That's exactly why it was built. For less than the cost of lunch, you can compare your estimate to one that's accurate, justified, and based on decades of real trade experience.
That's the difference between being overwhelmed and being confident. Estimating is the heart of every claim. With ClaimHelpMe.com, you don't have to guess what's right, you can see it clearly. ClaimHelpMe.com, before the claim, before the chaos.